Certainly been a while since my last video. You know, when I made that last video back on December 31st, I really was hoping that I would do better. That 2021 would start off great and I would be getting content up regularly and would be getting the ball rolling, doing what I should have done better last year, putting up more content regularly and just being more active in general. But all I have to show for my efforts is one stream archive, and that's it. I could have done so much more, but I didn't, and that is a failure on my end. So I think it's time that I go ahead and do a quick little channel update to explain what's going down and how we stand as a channel. Hey, what's going on, geeks? Maxusthebeast is here, and welcome to a little channel update. I, again, really didn't mean to mess up this bad. To just fall as behind as I have. I, again, wanted, and this expressed immensely in that last video, that I wanted to get back into things, because I still love doing YouTube, and I still have lots of plans for the future. And I hope to continue to grow as a channel and as a person through making more videos and through the years. And, I mean, we already see that kind of comparison between, or from past me to where I am now. For the person I was a couple years ago is not a great reflection of who I am today. And I don't want to fall back into the hiatuses of 2018, 2019, and then sort of and then the inactivity of 2020. And for once, it's not video block that's the problem. I actually am having ideas for content. It's just the execution where things sort of fall apart. Where recently, I can't really explain why, because I honestly don't know. But I've recently been struggling with motivation. It's difficult for me sometimes just to get motivated to make content, where my brain's telling me to do so, my heart's telling me to do so, and I have ideas lined up and ready to go. But when I sit down, it just doesn't go into fruition. It just falls apart in production, where I figure out what I'm supposed to be trying to say, or just completely botch it and don't really have the energy to continue making takes. Part of it is maybe laziness, where I've gotten accustomed to not doing it for so long that it's difficult to get back into the flow of it. But it's still difficult. And I don't like it. Regardless of if it's laziness or if it's complacency, it's not helpful for any party involved. For again, I still love making YouTube videos and I want to get back into the flow of things. I want to make content again. But at the same time, it just feels like I'm holding myself back somehow. It's nothing like the content I'm putting out is holding me back or anything, because when I truly put my mind to something, I can produce something I'm proud of. But it still is difficult to really explain, because it's weird, right? But I'm hoping that within time, I will be able to put myself back together. And once I start doing things again, once I actively start getting myself back into things, back into making videos, and back into that habit, it should start coming easier to me. And it should start being easier to execute videos, where I'll be used to it again. And once I am, I should be able to produce content again in a more frequent fashion. But until then, I'm going to try to do what I can. It's going to be a slow process, but I hope by mid-February I'm back in beeswax. I'm going to try my best to get more videos out this month, of course. There's still a bit of time for that. But I'm hoping by February I will be back into the habit of making content, so that will be easier for the future. I still have a few projects in the works in terms of, I'm actually going to try to script write a couple of them because they're going to be lengthy videos, so I don't want to have to do it off of improv, where I want to know what I'm going to say and be able to accomplish it efficiently. Because these projects are going to be, I hope, really good. And I'm working hard to put everything together. As far as the big controversial one I was talking about a while ago, I am still planning on doing that, and that is in the works. However, because it's probably going to be the biggest project that I will produce for quite a while, and not really counting an Unvaulted because that's another big thing. But this project, it's going to be a lot of work. And I'm currently in the process of getting everything finalized before I actually begin work on that project. Because there's going to be a lot to cover. And I'm looking forward to it. For it's something I've been passionate about for quite a while. And I'm looking forward to getting my thoughts up. There is just this, in the back of my head, this voice just telling me this isn't going to get anywhere. Because that is my biggest fear of, or about this project, is that it'll flop. That I'll put all this work into something produced in an hour and a half, 2-hour video, maybe. That's my estimate of how long it could be. And then it absolutely gains zero traction. But I'm hoping that will not be the case. And I'm sincerely hoping that you all will enjoy it when it comes around. I have a lot of work to do on it. It's going to be a few weeks at the least before it's ready. But I'm looking forward to getting it out. In terms of the other projects I mentioned, like the TF2 thing, I am still planning on working on that medic video, as well as a couple other projects I mentioned, the cyberpunk thing. That I've kind of not really lost interest in, but have my views on it have changed. So if I end up making a video talking about cyberpunk, it's going to be different than what I had planned. But we will see how that goes as it goes. In terms of everything else, I'm still planning on producing non-big project videos like story time, out of the blue reviews, Unvaulted, that sort of thing. I mean, I guess Unvaulted is technically a big project, but in terms of these big announced projects, and then the one secret thing, that's still coming down the pike. But I'm hoping to get some, I guess, regular videos out soon. And again, just trying to get back into the habit of making content, because once I can do that, I feel like I can just keep going from there. Once I start, hopefully I'll be able to continue the flow. Creating content is like a river. It flows. I don't know. But I'm not giving up on the channel. Hopefully never will. But I have a lot of work ahead of me, and I hope and believe that I'm cut out for it. So keep your eyes on the channel for I'm planning on getting a couple more just like regular videos out. Planning on getting a story time video out here in the coming days. So stay tuned for those. And I am sorry for the massive break here. It was not planned, and I really regret it, actually. But, again, I believe that I can do better and that I will do better. But thank you for sticking with me. I'm sorry again for the potential confusion and just the strangeness of these past few weeks in terms of the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, and as always, Maxusthebeast is out.